Hello students, I'm here to help you. I hope all of you are doing very well because JEE mains process is going on. So today is third day of JEE mains series. So I'm going to discuss questions number third. This is JEE mains series questions number third. So I'm going to discuss those questions which already came in JEE 2019. What is the question? This is block B and this is block A. Exactly, we will get the same questions in the previous year. And applied force F on the block B horizontally. So what is the given in the questions? Coefficient of friction between block A and B, this is 0.2, right? And coefficient of friction between the block B and surface, this is remains 0.2, right? So what is the basically we have to find what is the value of F that can be applied on the block B on a horizontal direction such that block A does not slide on the block B. Block A does not slide over the block B, means find maximum value of F such that block A does not slide over block B. This is the questions, and all some questions, some data already given. Mass of block A 1 kilogram and mass of block B, this is 0 kilogram. So this is the question. I hope all of you discuss. Again, I'm repeating what you have to find. You have to find value of F such that block A does not slide over block B. This is the question. Okay, fine student. So basically, I'm going to discuss it step by step. जैसा कि मैं करते आ रहा हूँ लास्ट 2 क्वेश्चंस में, आज भी वही प्रोसेस, और मैं भी कहता हूँ बच्चा, आई रिकमेंड टू ऑल ऑफ यू कि डू वन थिंग्स, आप स्टेप बाय स्टेप एटलीस्ट वही क्वेश्चंस को तो ट्राई टू डू कि हम स्टेप बाय स्टेप ही लर्न करें, right? So basically I'm going to discuss step by step. So this is step 1. This is step 1 student. So what you have to do? Concentrate on those block. Concentrate on those block on which there is no external force acting. This is what acting. So you can see block A, there is no external force. So for that system you have to find acceleration, right? और यही acceleration आपका system. This will give you maximum acceleration of the system. So you can say this is block A, right? And mass of the block is 1 kilogram. This is block A, this is what basically 0.2. So you can find this is what you can make a BD in forward directions, upward direction acting normal, and due to gravitational force acting mg in downward directions. So friction which is equals to what? Mu n, and mu is what? Basically 0.2. You can see, and normal, this is what? Equal and opposite forces which is equals to what? Mg normal is equals to mg. So m is what? 1, and in the whole question I'll consider g is equals to 10 meter per second square. So this is what? Basically 10, right? Because 1 into 10 goes to 10. So this is what? 10. So basically friction force is what? Basically 2 Newton. This is what? Friction force. This is F. This is friction force F, which is equals to what? Basically 2 Newton. Fine. So you can find acceleration of the block A. So what is acceleration? What is acceleration of block A? Force upon mass. Acceleration which is what? Basically force upon mass. Force is friction force. Basically you can say friction force 2 upon 1. So what is your acceleration? Acceleration basically 2 meter per second square. Right, if there is right. So I'm going to just note down here acceleration of the system. This is a maximum acceleration of the system, right? So this is what? A is equals to 2 meter per second square. Step 1 completed, student. स्टेप 1 कंप्लीट, जस्ट आई एम गोइंग टू रिवाइज। हमें करना क्या है, यहाँ पे इन दोनों ब्लॉक में उस ब्लॉक को कंसंट्रेट करना है जिस पे कोई एक्सटर्नल फोर्स नहीं है। तो ब्लॉक ए पे देयर इज नो एक्सटर्नल फोर्स, सो आई हैव टेकन दिस 1 kilogram block. This is what friction force. This is say normal is acting friction force this direction. So I have find friction force, that is what mu into n is equals to mg, that is a 10 into 2.2 friction force 2. Finally I have find acceleration for those system because this is responsible to drive the system. So you can say A is equals to what, 2 meter per second square, force upon mass. So take a screenshot student. Step 1 completed of this part of the question. Done. Go to everyone. So next I'm going to do step number 2. What is student? Step number 2. So what is step number 2? Step number 2 you can say like step number 2. I want to erase this all data, right? So step number 2, consider whole system. This is what is step number 2. Consider whole system. Consider both of the block as a system. Consider both of the block as a system, right? So this is what basically you can say block A and block B whole system means what, 3 plus 1, that means 4 kilogram, and say applied force F, which you want to find the maximum value of F such that block A does not slide over block B. So this is what you can say, यहाँ पे क्या है बच्चा, आपका यहाँ पे लगने वाला है friction force, right? So you can find basically, so you can use the equation summation of F net which is equals to MA. If you don't know what is F net is equals to MA, why I'm doing here, you can watch JEE means series number 1 question, right? So summation of F net means those net force which is acting on the system. F is acting in what, right direction, and this is friction force which is in left direction, and M is the system, that is what 4, and A you have already find out, that is what basically 2, right? So student you can say F which is equals to friction force FF plus 4 to the 8. Friction force is what, basically you can say mu n. So this is what F is equals to mu, this is remains 0.2, this is what remains 0.2. So you can say friction is equals to 8 Newton. How? This I am going to show here. Friction force, again same process, mu into n. Mu bottom of the surface is, that is what 0.2, and n is equals to mg, that is what 4g, because now system becomes 4 kilogram, right? So this is 4g, so you can say n is equals to 40. So this is what 40 means, you can say friction force which is equals to 8 Newton. I have already directly used the result here, 8 plus 8. So friction force is what, basically 16 Newton. So this is your final answer. It's a very easy, it's a very funny question, right? But student just remember one thing, ये हमेशा आता है, ये questions हमेशा आते हैं, always. This is the most time of repeated question, right students? JEE Main series questions number 3 have completed successfully. See you tomorrow with a new concept and new questions. All the best.